Surely goodness and mercy will follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell on this earth forevermore. Said I walk beside the still waters and they restore my soul, but I can't walk on the path of the right because I'm wrong. Well, I came upon a man at the top of a hill, called himself the savior of the human race. Said he'd come to save the world from destruction and pain, but I said, how can you save the world from itself? Cause I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, and I fear no evil because I'm blind. Oh, and I walk beside the still waters and they restore my soul, but I know when I die my soul is dead. But I know when I die, my soul is dead.
Now, why is Sichlitt pretending that I'm a lead RE? Because this is not good, frankly. Not good. Why is he pretending that I watch every video at 1.5 speed, 1.75 speed? I always watch the good videos, times speed. I'm just saying. Now let me get rid of this. Also, don't tell me what to do, motherfucker. Also, I'm sleepy. Why'd you wake me up? Also, this video's bad. Already watched it. Now, wouldn't that be crazy? I watched it at 2 times speed and it was really good. Miller the Killer is a disgraceful person, frankly. He made poor Sichlitt cry. Don't tell him that. I imagine you have better attention span. You better be talking about me and not Miller the Killer. Come on now. Any tweets? Oh my god, me exactly predicting what Elite RE is going to say. Elite RE about to say, I don't really understand why people like The Godfather. And I'm going to scream at him the performances. And he's going to tell me Black Lagoon sounds like all other dubs again. True. And then we've got... But he did choose a pretty great scene as this image here. So maybe he liked it. Then I went back and I watched that scene. God damn it, this scene is 6 minutes long. Who can remember that? All these Godfather scenes. There are not a scene under 12 minutes, I think, in this movie. But anyway, movie old. Wait, has Elite RE ever seen an older movie? No. Wait, did I make Elite RE watch Casablanca yet? Are we going to EliteRE.com right now? If you want to recommend Elite RE things, we can go to EliteRE.com. Speak No Evil. Oh, is this the remake of the WWE movie? There's no way, right? Scum's Wish. Never heard of that before. Hey, I'm trying to type here. That's not how you spell it. Remember when I had a light-up keyboard, chat? There's a Casablanca TV series. There's 2 of them. This is crazy. Who knew? Recommended. I'm sure there's somebody to watch that. I'm sure it's available for free online. It's been nearly 100 years. No, anyway. It insists upon itself. A classic Family Guy reference from the great Miller the Killer here. Very funny. Elite RE really liked Belleville Rendezvous, and I think you would too. Sichlitt, you didn't even react to the fact that your shitty This Is England movie is going to be featured next month. So we have a wrestler, Mike Pence, Biden and Harris, a wrestler again, and Bronze Age pervert trending. This is very interesting, chat. Also, I've just been getting hit with nudes on my Twitter homepage on my normal account here. I don't know what that's about. It's always the same girl with very photogenic looking boobs with the tan lines. She's blonde. Is anybody else having this experience? Is it? Sichlitt, he did a fucking stream that said we're choosing the wheel. Me and Miller were there. One of my movies got chosen, The Great Polite Society. I never have to listen to Miller again. Worst movie I've ever seen. Wait, has Miller actually seen it? There's no way Miller watched it one time. Oh, Miller's talking about Belleville Rendezvous right now. Oh, we aren't making it for Australian August, but maybe we can still make American August. We certainly did not. That's this silly video. Now, I got home at about 4:30, you know, working like 8.5-hour days every day this week. And every day last week, just about. So then I slept, because also I'm not going to bed early, even though I got to wake up early. And so I think at like 40 minutes now, or 45 minutes. And see, this was all basically done, and I just had to go through and do the finishing touches, the great jokes, the great little text pop-ups. You know, I had to do all these things. But for this part, I've still got to, like, get all this footage. So this part is going to take longer. This part at the end is just clips. So there's still a little bit to do in this video. Plus, then I have to script out a pinned comment. I've got to cut out the part I'm cutting out of the video and putting up as a separate video on the secondary ENT channel. I've got to get all the sources together and make the great bibliography. I've got to see if the 6 seconds of a Beatles song that I have in uninterrupted gets me fucked. And I've got to make changes if it does. So, oh my god, the Dragons lost, chat. Is everybody laughing like me? I'm tempted, chat, to just make my great Twitter account a rugby league Twitter bot. Because, my god, I could just be so popular. Oh yeah, George vaguely said that he might insult or go over the problems he has with House of the Dragon Season 2 in a blog post, and everybody's freaking out. And he's obviously not going to say anything too bad. Oh my god, it was a winter, 34 degrees Celsius day. Oh my god, I crossed out my location. You can't find me, chat. This was crazy. Shitty video will be out before September starts, I swear. I'm a liar. They stole 9 anime from us, chat. There, if you see this scene, chat, make sure you click off it, because Joffrey is also spoiled in a scene, the great next Game of Thrones spin-off. That's pretty funny. Apparently, Joffrey gets all the fucking lore scenes where we don't know what to do with Joffrey because he has no POV fucking chapters, so we're just going to have him lore delve every scene, apparently. And then Catelyn saying how much she hates Brienne because she's ugly. Championship stuff. We last streamed on the 23rd. That's a long time ago. I probably didn't upload that, huh? Let's see, does it even pop up anymore? It does. It was only 8 days ago. Everybody calm down. Now, notifications. I don't want Apple TV Plus. I don't want this. Oh. But we do want this. Now, oh my god, Jockey Bacon not in the church anymore. This is embarrassing. Oh my god, Jockey Bacon's talking about sex 2 minutes in. This is crazy. He's going to brag about all the sex he had in 2023. He filmed them, and that was what they're doing for December. This is crazy. Now, we got the Special Olympics, probably, an advertisement, or is this just the normal Olympics? Did you know the Special Olympics were on, chat? Did you know I didn't watch any of the normal Olympics? No, that's crazy. Now, we're going to fucking press... Nope, we got another ad. Sichlitt just wants to be a millionaire. The AFL Finals. Like, I give a fuck about this fake sport. Kill yourself. Oh, look, it's Sichlitt. He's announcing things.
And then they have sex, and then he didn't die, but then she died.
Oh, it's not
and then
bacon,
he goes up to the attic, and then he sees a giant penis. And then the penis goes...
What a
like,
spoiled fucking child. What an irritable...
What could they be talking about? Well, I remember the 12 things, I think. Oh my god, he's going to have them outlined. January, Fire Emblem. They be fucking in Fire Emblem. Puss in Boots. Puss is literally in the title. The Last Wish. I forget what that is. Vinland Saga. No fucking in that. We've complained about that before. The Mario movie. I'm sure they're fucking in that. Beau is Afraid. That's one of those crazy movies. Spider-Man. No fucking in that. Barbie. Oppenheimer. Oh, there was fucking an Oppenheimer. Remember that? That was pretty funny. Armored Cure. Castlevania, there's probably fucking in that, huh? Mario Wonder, I'm pretty sure there's some trippy fucking in that. Anatomy of a Fall, that's not the Holocaust movie. That was a different one. The Boy and the Heron, Miyazaki doesn't sex. Now, I still have 3 Bacon podcasts preceding this to watch, so I can't be watching this one. Me looking up Black Sails video essays because I was trying to be funny to Ari one time. Minty making me open this video. I forget what that is. Oh, it was a Preston type theory guy, and I never followed up on it. This had funny My Hero Academia videos, I think. I never finished this video.
Do you mind if I just rant a bit?
Shut up. And then this guy doing this rewrite thing. Hilarious. Okay. I haven't looked at my laptop since we streamed, I reckon. Oh my god, any great things over here? This probably does need update, because I'm pretty sure I've added things to this list. Embarrassing. What's up over here? The Appeal of Chainsaw Man, we don't need that. Berserk, we don't need that. Planning document, we don't need that. Hellast, already recorded that. Look, we're saving our back tree for the great 43-minute ride we're about to go on. But hold on, we're at least doing the crossword first. If we get bored in the middle of Sichlitt's bad video, we can do connections. Okay, professional in a toga. I can't even picture right now what a toga is. I'm not a online affirmation next to a textbook. I'm not a troll? What the fuck? Online affirmation next to a checkbox. I don't know what that means. Love in Italian? I don't know Italian. Wards off spirits? Wards off protects? Secret rendezvous. I don't know. Wood carving or meat cleaving, etc. Like a trade? Can I type? I didn't check the... Oh, we're right at the bottom for the game. We should be fine. It's going, it's going, it's gone. Like baseball? Or... Dark wood used for drinking cups. Once used for drinking cups, as it was thought to neutralize poison. Kill yourself, I don't know. Focuses on the road. One might be multiple choice. So this is test. We were definitely wrong about troll. Trade we could be right about. Can you just kill yourself? Now, what the fuck could this be then? I'm not a rat boy. Rat it. Rate? Affirmation next to checkbox. I'm not a bot? Because this could be bot. Robot. I'm a genius, chat. I'm a genius. Professional in a togue. We're allowed to look words up. What the fuck is this? Oh, it's love in Italian. Hey, dude. Sounds Italian to me. Sounds like something they say in The Sopranos. Wards off demons. Nope, not enough words. Denies. Wait, denies? Is that... There's no way you spell denies that way, right? Secret rendezvous. It's going, it's going, it's gone. What's wood? What are those stupid fucking professors' name? Oak, elm, birch, rowan, juniper, sycamore, the champion one from Sun and Moon. Who could remember this fucking idiot's name? I don't remember the Sword and Shield one at all. And then the stupid fucking two of them. That don't make no sense. Focuses on the road. Professional. Okay, we're revealing. Are we running time? Sichlitt? Oh my god, the first word was wrong. This is crazy. Shut up! Chef, robot, Amor. Oh my god, that's from that movie I like. But that's a movie about a Japanese and an American person, right? That doesn't make no sense. Fens, tryst. I knew it was something sexy. Fords. Like the car? Is that like their tagline or something? Ebony, Lamau. Homer. Oh, because he says that. Kill yourself. And craft. Trade was close enough. Well, that was our worst performance ever. Back to the chat. 6 down quiz. No, it was test in the end. Definitely robot. Robot. 5 across. Don't instruct me like I'm going to cheat by looking at chat. Bro said Special Olympics. Never mind. I probably shouldn't double down and say what I was about to say. Oh, I nearly had a real life moment like that the other day. That was crazy. Anyway. Oh my god, there's so much chat to catch up with. We got Miller distracting us with different links. Oh my god, get mad at him, Sichlitt. What am I going to do? Not click it? Oh my goodness. One Piece chapter 1000 review? Groceries. Oh no, it's King of Lightning. It's a contemporaneous review from 10 years ago. Nope, that's not what I wanted to click on. There are no fights in Belleville Rendezvous. It's true. Miller's a big fight, Shonen Baby. I've never had to listen to Miller again. Oh my god, I said that one. So this iceberg video was meant for people who have never seen a Sichlitt video before and don't know who I am, hopefully. So it's an indoctrination piece, I see. I hope it reaches a new audience. That doesn't make any sense, idiot. Crazy how Jamie is a literal rapist and everybody loves him. Narrative framing. Are we talking about old show Jamie? True. Bro said Special Olympics. What do you even call them? The Paralympics? Yeah, I nearly said the Olympics. Heath is here. You're mirroring it up. Missing Limmy's stream for this. Robot, definitely robot. 5 across. 6 down quiz. Oh, true. I'm not a robot. Pop. Yay. And then Sichlitt's type in Japanese. He's begging me to put that into translate, so I don't watch his video. I don't know why. Now, 130 views. Maybe my video will get about this many when I first upload it. Shit, I forgot to include Berserk for Kids. Sichlitt was freaking out about that already. Finally, a new sick vid. Oh, that's from Sponzorko, our favorite chatter. Another Sichlitt banger. More like shitlick. 2016 gets too much hate. If it came out today, it would still be a top 3 anime. Oh, I thought he was literally talking about the year, because we're going to talk about Donald Trump in this video somehow, but he's literally talking about Berserk 2016. Reddit strikes again. True, they're always striking. 40-40, WTF, we got to get up to the 40-40 mark. Is there anything else we can do? Let's just listen to King of Lightning. Oh, we got to wait. Another advertisement. We love advertising here. It makes all of us...
Ready to step into spring well rested and stronger? It's
I am
never
ready.
Too late to start taking care of yourself and
I'm...
Wait, no, he just pushed it. No, he just pushed it. Yeah.
Oh, we got a timestamp.
Yes, I've known. Yes.
See, I don't even know contemporary King of Lightning. This is only a channel I've ever heard of. I don't think I've ever watched a video, so it's not funny like the Great Chibi Review.
I've known all that since a long time ago. Yo, who the?
Is this gonna be Sabo?
Okay, so Rebecca's with some chick right now in the Coliseum. Not really important. Rebecca, honestly, is not really important. I'm moving on.
Sure.
So I'm thinking that like this guy is like the big.
Also, this is a great live reaction, not a review.
Because we don't show his face.
We got 100,000 views.
Cry. Why?
True. Attack on Titan was gonna beat One Piece in 2013. Oh no, it was actually 2014, I think. Or was it 2013? I can't remember.
Yo, Luffy. The fuck? Who the fuck is this guy? Lucci, man. It's Lucci. Fuck, wait, actually, no, wait, hold on. wait, hold on. Would he cry if he saw Lucci? No, actually, he'd be like on edge. Why the fuck is he crying? Who the fuck is this guy? Wait. Whoa.
This better be worth it, Miller.
Pause. How do we go from this to this? Wait. Who the fuck was that? And then when you finally
Don't you see Sabo before you see the reaction
what
face?
is that? This is Lucci. I'm calling this shit.
Or am I just anime pilled? Shitty, boring Berserk wouldn't even be a top 10 this season, Heath says. Heath would know. Hate whenever I hear the word chick, misogynistic language. We hate bitches here. I'm not a chick, I'm a human fucking being. Now, who said chick? Or is it Sichlitt? That's you, Sichlitt. Such a good reaction. The anime ruins the moment by making it obvious who it is, so this is rare as. Yeah, you know, the anime version, the manga reveal is actually great. No, the reaction face has to come afterwards, because that's why it's good.
And
Manga
then
sucks.
when you finally got out, why the hell were you crying? Oh, okay, so apparently some time has passed, and they're wearing like these weird suits and
The face can't be a tension builder, it's obviously the tension release.
shit. Like, Kinemon's a frog, Zoro's some like weird cat, and Luffy's a fish, and apparently they're being mistaken as toys. Kinemon like made these things, because, you know, he has his own different powers.
Sichlitt is when my
Marines have
girlfriend makes
mistaken
a channel
us
supporting
for
me.
toys entirely exactly.
True.
So that, and
But now I'm just gonna use
Luffy's
card
still
tap
crying.
women AI voice.
Yo, Luffy is still fucking crying. Hold on, I need to go back. No, wait, we don't fuck this. We're gonna figure. No, we're gonna figure. Who the fuck is this guy? So he has a belt. Shit going on. Wait. Luffy. I've known
Jesus
since a long
Christ!
time. That's what says. I've known that since a long. Yo.
Why is he reading on his phone?
What?
Too?
No. No, dude. No way. Oh shit. It seems like Robin Sand is also in this country. It's been a while. Wait, hold on. Pause. Hold on, wait.
Jesus
Who
Christ!
were able to no. Koala. Just like Azero. So revolution.
Does he think it's Dragon now?
Dude.
No, he figured it out.
Revolutionary and Fishman karate assistant instructor, Koala. Luffy, so he's talking to her son now. Would be Denemushi. He got the Denemushi from him. It's yo, dude.
What is this shit? This is a One Piece moment reaction, except Miller linked it 10 minutes before the reaction actually happened.
Wait. I would've.
Sichlitt's a mod because he's a trusted member of the community, Mr. R. Why is Mr. R not a mod? Is this a different channel? This is horrific. Why didn't you do this to me? If this was one of my recs, you would have turned it down in 5 seconds. Well, at least I have some familiarity with this moment. The next video is a fabricated debate using AI tools. Now, that's certainly epic. Yeah, I more meant, why am I not a mod? There's no way you weren't at some point. This is impossible. Now, I don't know if I remember how to do this. This thingy? Pin this message? Absolutely not. Click to reply. Is it as simple as doing /mod, oh my god, and then username? I should have done a bit where I just put Mr. R in like 7 times and it didn't work. I don't know if that works. Since I'm the best content maker, it's so good you have to work it out. Like there's really only one answer who could make Luffy make that face. You can't give every chatter be mod, then there's no point. Listen, once upon a time we had a lot of chatters. Okay. We can come back to King of Lightning at the end, if we give a fuck, which we don't, and also we're going to have like 10 minutes to go on this video, and then I'm going to start speeding it up, and Sichlitt's going to get mad, and we're still not going to finish it. It's going to be great. Okay, everybody! 3, 2, 1! Don't say let's jam, that would be cringe. Let's go!
So, before this video begins, I'd just like to say a few words about a more serious topic.
God, it's so
I just want to take a moment to
Is this where he's going to talk about how he got banned? Because I saw Miller react to this first in the Discord.
talk about a cause that I care passionately about. So, for those of you who don't know,
Potentially
last
Sichlitt's best
December,
video?
I was
How is he so funny? It is true, he's the best with the visual comedy. We've always been saying that.
Banned from the r/berserk subreddit after I was embroiled in a controversy over me posting a video showing Miura
I forgot it was the mirror thing where... Oh, making fun of dead people's fun.
in an interview confirming that Casca did enjoy it. Now, the Berserk mods did not take kindly to me disrespecting the author, even though all I did was post Miura's own words making himself look bad. So I was banned, my voice was censored, and I suffered horrible abuse when I tried to appeal, because you have to understand that the r/berserk subreddit is run by a bunch of partisan Griffith haters who will bully anyone who tries to point out the toxicity of the community. And this came after years upon years of them turning a blind eye to me getting sent death threats every single day by users on that sub. Because it's okay if someone gets murdered as long as they're a Griffith fan, right? This really affected me, and in the aftermath I did spiral into a really bad place. Some things happened which I'm not going to get into for privacy reasons, but you'll see that from December onwards in my channel there's been almost no activity.
True, it's because he wanted to kill himself.
I was about to give up basically on this whole channel. But having been through that and coming out on the other side, it's given me a new perspective on what we as Griffith fans need in this community. For the sake of our own mental health, we need a safe space where we can talk about
this is
all
the
things
Reddit
Berserk
announcement.
without the
I
fear
understand
of
now.
being abused or killed by deranged gut stands. So I'm making a new Berserk sub.
I love that iceberg is misspelt. Funny joke, Riker. You mean Mr. R. I hope you're joking, because you do know that's the correct spelling. Embarrassing if not. Wait, both of these people are from some weird British island. So this ain't no American thing. Now, if you're going to ask me if I know how iceberg is spelled, I'm going to admit that I don't. Sometimes I'm in public and crack up thinking about how there's a guy who defends Griffith. It's such a funny idea. I am joking, yes. Well, Sichlitt, get put in your place, kid.
Where free speech is enshrined in its very constitution, and one where corrupt mods can't just ban you for you.
Wait, is the suit just funny because it's funny, or is the suit supposed to be a Peterson thing? Because there might be layers to this chat.
Yourself. And we can have healthy debates there, one where you won't be bullied for merely having an opinion. So I'm going to be sending out application forms soon for anyone who wants to be a mod, so keep your eyes out for that. And I'm having a bit of trouble coming up with the name. I was thinking maybe Berserk Real, Griffith Fans, Berserk Official, Real Berserk, but I really want this sub to be able to be competitive with the other Berserk sub r/berserk in the hopes that it will one day replace it. We as Griffith fans can change the discourse, and we can change.
Wait, has this been posted to the subreddit yet, or are all Sichlitt links banned? See, this is what we got to do, alright? Obviously, I'm the smartest Berserk fan to ever exist. Every other Berserk fan is retarded. So I am going to become the greatest Berserk YouTuber, as we're always saying, you know, after I become the greatest Last of Us YouTuber, after I become a permanent Pokemon episodes YouTuber. And then they're all going to love me, and then I'm going to heel turn on them. And I'm going to come out of the closet as the great originator of Sichlitt. I'm going to endorse the great new subreddit we've got going on here. And it's going to be great, chat. It's going to be great. Now, that being said, I just had the idea, what if I put it on the Berserk subreddit? Would they recognize me from my great nearly 1 million viewed Griffith video, and therefore not ban me? But then the fucking Reddit isn't the same name and everything, so probably not, wouldn't work.
For the better, if we put our minds to it. And if you're new here and you've only just come across this channel and have any love in your heart for decency and fairness and free speech, join the revolt. Fight for Griffith. Join
Berserk
the
Revolt.
Sichlitt Stands Discord. Fight for freedom. Fight for the good that you know still exists and can exist in this community. That's enough of my rambling, guys. Enjoy the video. So I've recently been getting super into iceberg
You got a pigeon. We got a candle. We got a plant of some variety.
videos. The
We
ones
got
where
a gel coat.
the further down the iceberg you go, the more niche and interesting the information gets. And while
Imagine living in a place where anybody owns a coat. That would be embarrassing. Couldn't be me.
the format
Let me open the door. It's very hot in
seems
here.
to have been done to death in the broader internet culture, it seems to me that in the Berserk community, a lot of the icebergs tend to be sorely lacking in terms of real underground stuff in the sphere. This is interesting. And I did actually see that
This is true. I think we went over one of these on screen, and it wasn't very fun. Kaska enjoyed it. Griffith did nothing wrong. I don't know what that Akatsuki one is there. References in other media, so epic. Skullknight.net, who doesn't know about that? Guts is Zod's son. That's like everybody's first fan theory. Forces versions, there are different versions. Slan is an ancient nun. Funny. Alan All, I don't know what that is. Sweetie Artist, don't know what that is. Dragon Slayer will get upgraded. Now that's just crazy. Imagine if a weapon got an upgrade. That's an iceberg right there. Deleted pages. Geyseric is real. Mayamora Drawn. Oh, I thought that's a drama. That would have been epic. Casca is Guts Reminder. Something something. Void sacrifices to Geyseric. Everybody's first Berserk theory. Even the Attack on Titan one's slightly more interesting. You got like the fake ending thing that was definitely real, and Isayama changed it. You know, they were religious guys and they were going to burn down his house or something. And then I can't think of anything. What actually has interesting? The Pokemon anime has a lot of really interesting like fake rumors and stuff. Pokemon in general is really good at that, and obviously because it's like the most popular thing ever, there's a lot of old YouTube videos about it. And about a million things, like Lavender Town will make you kill somebody, and there was a police investigation, bro, I know it. What do they call that? Lavender Town Syndrome? And then there's all the different cut anime episodes, and then there's all the different, like, little references in the anime that are just, like, one-off lines that, like, destroy the canon if you take them, like, literally and stuff like that. Like, there being real fish in that one scene with Misty and shit like that. So maybe that's a good example. Like, the bottom of this one is like the equivalent to Mew is under the truck, like the most boring Pokemon theory of all time.
recently I made it onto one of the
True,
popular
Sichlitt was on one of them. And I wasn't!
which was really
So
validating for me, and
I really shouldn't be watching this as I am not caught up on Berserk. This is almost certainly true, Mr. R. Sichlitt's best arc. You have to check out the sub later. Oh my god, the sub's actually up. I didn't think he was actually going to... Funnily enough, there's a takeaway near my city that uses the U spelling, and I'm not sure if they know, Lamau. Well, the suit is a nod to my r/men's fashion advice arc, which I think you missed. Now, that's crazy. I myself am a big fashionista, as we all know. So I just think this is bad, because it's a coat. Half battery left, by the way, no biggie. My fucking god, is this motherfucker talking slow in this goddamn video. Just turn the brightness down, Carl. Already all the way down, Sichlitt. What do you think? I'm an amateur. Dark mode would also help. No, it wouldn't. If you're into something for like 6 months, you learn everything on an iceberg. Probably not true.
it put a spring in my step for the whole rest of the day. It's inspired me to make my own. So here it is, the real Berserk iceberg with some
So I am supposed to be referenced at some point in this video, but Sichlitt said it was under the radar. So that means I'm not going to be on this fucking iceberg either.
proper, real, deep, interesting, niche stuff that's really rewarding when you actually, like, sink your teeth into the community and find out about it. But I guess I'm just telling it you all here. So we're starting off in the sky above the iceberg, and this is where you'll find your average layman. The bits of Berserk that have broken through into mainstream
Guts'
status.
theme.
And these are often the avenues in which people
Should I pause and like read them out? I'm sure Sichlitt's going to go through them all. Schnoz, hilarious. That's my favorite joke, brother. Berserk 2016. There's a fucking title in the way. Versus Twitter, true. One day Twitter discovered Berserk and they just didn't understand it. There's a prototype, true, that's on the great Read Berserk. That should be on the next one, where we all read Berserk. It's great. Griffith did nothing wrong, true, that's just so fascinating. There's a song about it. And then we've got r/Griffith. Rob Banks should be on this somewhere. I bet he's not.
Actually get into it. So first
Sichlitt
off,
hates
we
rap
have
music.
Guts' theme, which is this really cool, freaky, sort of psychedelic kind of sound, which unfortunately has been popularized by YouTube memes and TikTok sounds. And so something that
like
veteran
that.
Berserk fans like myself held on to intimately and dearly for so many
Fuck Berserk, a 1997 soundtrack. It sucks. The movie one is much better.
years listening to it at 3 a.m. while we were crying has now been reduced to just like normie music. And so any resonance or meaning that the song might have once held has just been totally poisoned. And I can't even watch the anime anymore because it all just feels like one big Gen Z meme. Next up, we have Dark Souls. And I
We
think this
hate
is where
Gen
most
Z
people
here.
actually get into Berserk from. Dark Souls is this kind of Berserk ripoff made by From Software
True.
Games, Hayao Miyazaki.
True.
And when they hear about the dark fantasy design elements in that game being heavily inspired by Berserk, a lot of people are like, hey, let's check Berserk out. And they become fans from
God,
there.
all he had to do to edit this video chat
And I'd
was put his
love to
dumb
see
ass in the corner and put something on screen. This is incredible.
their faces when they found out that Berserk isn't actually a dark fantasy manga and is actually a shoujo manga for teenage girls full of love triangles and cheesy
My favorite
anime
talking point.
internal monologues. Now, one of the most infamous memes
Remember when
revolve
I tried to
anime
make an image like this in one of those chapter reviews, but it didn't make sense because it was like supposed to be like an unrequited love triangle, but I put the extra thingy in there. That was funny. Now, Serpico doesn't want to fuck Farnice. You're an idiot, Sichlitt. Should be pointed the other direction. Everybody wants to fuck Guts, true. Now, Isidra, where's Isma? Kill yourself. Isma is the most important part here. We got Castle, true. That's very funny. We got shitty ass Judo down here. Glad he is Mr. R still here. Glad he's dead. I think he got to that part. Charlotte, our favorite.
internal monologues. Now, one of the most infamous memes revolving around the Berserk community is that of Berserk 2016. Now, this
There's
adaptation
no
is
way
an
I can't do
absolute
1.25.
mess, a fucking tragedy. Travesty. Now, this thing is supposed to be a sequel to the
Chat, it's funny because he's doing the jokes now.
2012 movie trilogy, but they absolutely butcher the story in so many ways. But the most egregious
God,
thing about
the
this
video just got 20% better.
adaptation has to be the animation quality. Now, for those of you who don't
Show the one GIF, Sichlitt. You can do it.
know, Berserk isn't the prettiest
Aw,
manga
boo.
in the world by real art standards, but it's pretty fucking nice. And the way they decided to adapt it is with these horrifically ugly CGI
Was
monstrosities.
that the one I was thinking of? Was I thinking of the episode 1 one? I think I was thinking of this one. They both
With
have been
totally
walking.
deadpan expressions and awful cinematography. And get this, the
They broke the 180 rule, Sichlitt. Say it.
only well animated scene in the entire show
It's gonna
is
be
the one
hand-drawn.
where Farnice gets raped by this possessed demon horse. Almost.
I can't remember
But
if
that's
that
not
was
the only
2D.
reason it's infamous. Every single time Guts swings his oversized sword in the show, they use this exact same stock saucepan clang that makes it sound like a weird
Now, Alito, you better not watch this fucking stream, because we have to get his real-time reaction to this, because he doesn't get it. He's going to think all these things he's bringing up seriously, because he's never heard any of these things before. And it's going to be very funny to watch Alito try to figure out when Sichlitt's...
like Looney Tunes cartoon. Berserk for the longest time suffered from really, really long hiatuses.
Oh my god, he has a thing over here to help us know what he's talking
rivaling Yoshihiro Togashi. Miura, for the longest time, was suffering from a swelling heart, and eventually it exploded.
I legit used to do homework while listening to Guts' theme on loop. You're so right, Miller. Always am. Lamau, great joke. Now, what was he right about? Now, also, I didn't do homework.
And he sadly died.
Am I a fucking pussy?
Since then, things have been a lot better, but when it was bad, it was Guts spent this time was suffering from
I
a
think I missed the greatest joke of this video so far.
swelling heart, and eventually it exploded, and time suffered from really, really long hiatuses, rivaling Yoshihiro Togashi. Miura, for the longest time, was suffering from a swelling heart, and eventually it exploded, and he sadly died. Since then, things have been a lot better, but when it was bad, it was Guts spent 8 years on a boat bad. Now, Schnoz is another Berserk meme that comes from
His
this
heart
panel
fucking
of a
exploded,
really
Jack.
cute, lubbly, squeezable little gremlin creature that everyone looked at and was like, oh, this is really funny.
Plex just took $4 out of my bank account. Jesus Christ.
It's not funny. So now we're into
Donate, chat. I need the reimbursement for that.
sort of lapping the surface of the sea territory. For those of you who don't know, Berserk started, like every other manga for that matter,
I
as a
don't see how I would have missed anything at 1.5 speed yet, Sichlitt.
small one-shot prototype labeled Berserk the Prototype. It involves Guts with an eye patch, which is weird,
he's
you don't see that
skinny.
often,
We
and
hate little twinks.
Griffith as a small
Oh,
girl
speaking of
child.
twinks.
It's really short, there's not much to it, so if you want to dip your toes into Berserk without your first experience having to be that horror, that is
True.
chapter 1, page 1
True.
of Berserk, if you know, you know, try it out. It's alright. Now, r/Berserk is the main subreddit of the Berserk community, obviously,
It's a
and
great image.
it's mainly notable for being very toxic and discriminatory towards the people who don't fit into the very, very narrow
Should we all make-
worldview
We can't all make this our profile pictures because it's not the right shape.
of the mods.
But we should do it.
I was actually sent death threats every single day
He
for
was, death
years,
threats.
and that was enabled by the mods. They just stood by and let it happen. They won't allow you to make any valid criticism towards Berserk's creepy author, and they certainly will not stand for posts that show any kind of nuance or sympathy towards Griffith, because, and you can tell,
Now we are hitting post irony here, where so far we have been doing the saying the generic thing everybody says with the same sort of not indignant tone, but like not righteous tone, with no tone of irony. But Sichlitt's obviously being funny because everybody's heard this a million times and people just repeat the same shit about Berserk over and over. Sorry to explain the joke, chat. But now we're getting into the thing where it's almost the breaking character thing, where it's like, oh, now I'm not pretending to just be every generic Berserk fan. I'm actually doing the I'm crying right now, r/Berserk tried to kill me, Lamau. Funny joke. But I don't know, it still works because we're crazy with it. You know, who cares? We're being schizophrenic with it.
the sub is just chock full of homophobes. I was called all manner of
True, I
homophobic
saw the
slurs while I was on
evidence.
there, and I don't know why. The only reason I'm giving it the time of day here is to warn y'all
Should have put the LGBT flag in the background, the colors at least.
to steer clear of it. If you want a Berserk community to become a part of, then please join the new Berserk subreddit that's coming soon called Berserk Real, r/Berserk Real, where you won't be censored by the mods and will be able to have nice, wholesome discussions together. I'll be creating that soon, so please stay tuned for that and subscribe, please. There have been several incidents. Let's call them
Was it
wars.
during the best joke?
between
Was that the dead joke? Because don't worry, we replayed it.
the Twitter and the Berserk
You missed the Miyazaki joke. I don't know what a Miyazaki is. Leave me alone.
fan base over the years. Twitter's recent
Are we talking about Miyazaki, the Dark Souls dude? Because if so, I don't give a fuck about that. Or are we talking about Hiao, that fella? Was it a communist joke? Did I miss it?
discovery of Berserk has gone hand in hand with its discovery of some of its more problematic elements, that being the over-sexualization of rape in the story. I say
True.
over-sexualization, and you can't over-sexualize rape.
I name you the
Oh my god, we're about to talk about him being a Mushoku Tensei fan, and some Mushoku Tensei bait just showed up.
Now, the people who make these criticisms are mainly women, and the Berserk community being full of just Andrew Tate stands don't take kindly to these women's valid
drinking!
criticisms of Miura drawing Casca's rape as if it's some kind of hentai porno. It gets so bad that these sweaty edgelord gut stands go so far as to gaslight these women into believing that
True.
they're the freaks, as if the only way these people on Twitter
True.
could see
I
the
didn't
rape
even think about it when she's blushing and coming everywhere. Until this woman brought it up. What a
as
weirdo.
sexualized as if they themselves are into it. It's absolutely disgusting and it's victim blaming. Are all of the people who have a problem with the sexualization of the movie Cuties attracted to kids? No, that's fucking ridiculous.
can
And you
show
ought to
the
be
image.
ashamed of yourselves.
Should
This
have
is
been a
victim
Mr. Girl
blaming.
reference.
Now, the
Big
Griffith
missed
did nothing
opportunity.
wrong argument sort of started off as a semi-ironic meme, where people would say that because Griffith created
He said
Falconia,
it, Chad,
a
he said
paradise
the
on Earth,
thing.
from a utilitarian
Wait,
perspective,
did he say
he's actually
song or
exempt from
utilitarian or something?
off as a semi-ironic meme, where people would say that because Griffith created Falconia, a paradise on Earth, from a utilitarian perspective, he's actually
Epic, worth
exempt
it.
from condemnation for all of the horrible things he did in the eclipse. Now, in more recent years, with the advent of the YouTuber Sichlitt, more serious and
Epic.
foolproof and foolhardy takes have emerged regarding Griffith's innocence. Now, for those of you who don't know, Griffith supposedly sacrificed all of his friends to demons for a gay Batman suit, or chicken wings,
Sure.
depending on your interpretation, and then went on to
Classic
rape his
Kyle
best
Entertainment
friend's girlfriend
reference.
in front of him. Now, this take has a lot of holes in it,
That
and
better not
I'm
be
going
the
to
only
delve into
one.
it a bit later on in the video, but if you want a real
Also,
good...
I'm trying to let some air in, open the door, but I'm not supposed to speak when that happens. And Sichlitt keeps saying funny things, so I have to open and close the door a million times.
in-depth look at why it's wrong, then I'd recommend Sichlitt's
You
series on
described the joke? What joke? What did I do wrong? The Miyazaki one? I don't know what a Miyazaki is. I'm going to need a run-through
YouTube,
series.
where he explained why it's wrong. Then I'd
Also,
recommend
talking about Sichlitt in third person is epic.
Sichlitt's series on YouTube, where he explains Griffith's innocence. So while the Griffith did nothing wrong meme started off as a semi-ironic joke, through Sichlitt's grassroots activism in proving Griffith's
Yes.
innocence, the take has reached more mainstream position, although it's not all the way there yet. We're
Are
just
we going to
dipping our
see all the... Oh, you should have flashed you arguing with Super Eye Patch Wolf and you trying to get Trixie's attention with it, or me reacting to it.
toes
Should've
in
been-
now.
would've been epic.
Next up, we have
Oh,
Studio
this-
Taka,
This,
and a little
this despicable idiot Sichlitt, once again, didn't put it down here, put it
background
here, so the
information is needed.
shitty title is in the way and I can't read it right now. We got Studio Taka, good channel, we like that Taka. We like that Taka. We like that channel, except for that manga, that's no good. Now, Berserkle Jerk, that's like the edgiest subreddit. Oh, Murius Pippin, hilarious. Casca's ethnicity. True, I did watch a video the other day that was like 2 years old talking about how Casca isn't black, and I'm pretty sure it was 100% right. I can't see the top one. Studio Eclipse, yeah, making a lame-ass anime. Billie Eilish, I don't know what this means. Billie Eilish, a Berserk fan, this is crazy. I love Billie Eilish. Charlotte consented, true, she did. Griffith does not equal femto. Well, Sichlitt's just jerking himself off. Yeah, lost chapter. Epic Kyle.
needed on this. Now, Berserk has never really had a real anime adaptation that goes
True.
past the Golden Age arc, and fans like me have been waiting for nearly 30
That's cheated on
years
Casca. Indeed.
to get a season 2, and it seems we've gotten so desperate that we've started taking matters into our own hands. Studio Taka is one of these, a group of dedicated fans who have decided to create their own adaptation of Berserk.
I called the Dark Souls creator Hao Miyazaki. Okay. Well, I did miss it. I'm sorry. Oh my god, the Taka and Eclipse sections are so good. Such losers. Oh my god, let's...
in the form of animated black and white chapters from the original manga, and these things are gorgeous. Unfortunately, it takes them so long to adapt it that they've released only 2 chapters in the last 5 years.
With this new story, we're starting what we're internally referring to as Season 2 of Berserk, the animated manga.
It's really depressing, and I don't know how these guys do it. It must be so demoralizing to have
I am not laughing at the great work that people put in. I would never do that.
this snail pace release schedule in the knowledge that they will all be dead by the time they reach chapter 30. And to make matters worse, they've recently been completely overshadowed by a new fan-led animation studio called Studio Eclipse, and you can tell by Studio Taka's recent output on YouTube that they feel really threatened by this. I love this one, where they just seem to be casually throwing shade at the new adaptation. They seem to be in full cope mode at this point.
do
And it's a
that?
real shame, because the black and white animation from these motion comics, taken directly from Miura's artwork himself, I consider to be the perfect adaptation. I don't know who ever decided that it would be a good idea to put color in a Berserk adaptation. And it's exactly why I'm
True.
so excited for the upcoming Uzumaki anime by Junji Ito. Even Miura's own color drawings are like completely amateurish and fucking shit and I could do better.
No,
I'm
they're
really
good,
glad
they're
they
good.
decided to push for this minimalist monochromatic style.
And our first introduction of colour to the series.
Uh-oh. Shape flavors are good. Get the fuck out of here.
The character Pippin
Oh,
has always
and it ruined Sichlitt's
And our
stare
first
joke.
introduction of colour to the series.
The character Pippin has always been a bit of a mystery for me
Epic.
in terms of his popularity within the fanbase. I mean, he's literally just a mute who doesn't say anything ever. I mean, I guess he's like maybe relatable
"Watch
for
out" that one
socially
time?
challenged gut stands, but he's only ever done two things within the story: picked up guts without his consent and hit a wall with a hammer. That's literally it, and yet he tops all of the charts for most popular Berserk character. And I have two theories for why this is the case. One is that people are gaslighting themselves into liking all of the canon fodder characters that died in the eclipse because they wanted to hit harder for some
That
reason. They
Griffith did
wanted
it,
to
you
be
know?
the
He's a
darkest thing in
prick.
fiction, even though nobody important died. But the main reason I think Pippin is so popular is because the Kentaro Miura himself
Rape obviously badder than dying, Sichlitt? What are you
stated that Pippin was written as a stand-in for Kentaro Miura. Pippin has Miura's personality, and because a lot of Berserk fans like to suck up to Miura as a second coming of Christ who can do no wrong, they give Pippin this
Uh-oh, Sichlitt.
sort of transcendental status as this kind of
He said the word!
Berserkian saint up there on the pedestal. Earlier I mentioned Berserk Chapter 1, Page 1, and the reason I described it the way I did is because the story opens up with Guts having sex with a demon lady.
Okay, the card show image thing was okay. If it was all build up to this part, this is the greatest joke in the video.
Now, a lot of people are taken aback by this, but they think nothing of it. And later on in the story, when they read about Guts' intimate relationship with Casca, for some reason it doesn't click that, oh my god, he just cheated on Casca. He cheated on her. He cheated on her with
Don't worry, he raped her that one time, Sichlitt. We'll get to that
the
later.
dinosaur. If you know about all the horrible things Guts has done to Casca throughout the story, this just rubs more
He's gonna
salt
bring
in the
this up
wound.
now.
Now, r/Berserkle Jerk is the meme sub of the Berserk community, and so you'd think they'd be a little bit kinder to Griffith fans, or at least be a little bit more liberal about the kind of content they allow to be posted on the sub. But nope, they still hate Griffith and they still bully Griffith fans. But regardless of any of that, the sub is completely unusable anyway, because any dissenting opinion post is locked behind mod approval and will never get posted. And they don't even allow you to post videos. The whole
Why aren't you laughing, Carl? Because I'm not a meanie. The season 2 thing is so funny. I'm pretty sure I watched that video, and it was more about the internal stuff than the external stuff. The ad ruined the best joke, what the hell, true.
community just feels really stale anyway. The sub feels like it's stuck in 2010, just regurgitating the same Donovan and Casca enjoyed it memes as if they're still funny, which they're not. Now, Berserk was a really pioneering manga in the 80s, especially with how they handled Casca's ethnicity. Casca has dark skin. She's from the border region with Kushan. And while it doesn't
It's funny, chat, because Berserk had one chapter in the 80s, and Casca wasn't in it.
really have that much or any bearing on her characterization, a lot of anthropologists have liked to argue that she was actually the catalyst that kick-started the trend of dark-skinned anime women in the 90s.
I can't tell if this is a great me reference because I say this a lot, but I just got it from a random Digibro video, and I'm pretty sure Casca is like the latter ones. There's the Utena girl that's a few years after Casca, I think, because Casca was introduced in like 1992, I think. But anyway.
And so I wonder what might happen when Berserk 2016 decided to just race swap her to just like another.
It was just the lighting. Come on now. Now, that other video I watched was good because it was like, Casca can't be black. She doesn't have African hair. And I was like, well, she could be mixed. But then it's like, Kushan is in walking distance of Vinland. Like, there's not an ocean between them. So she's definitely Indian. Which is funny because whenever a black lady that does cosplay does a thing, like, they're always like, man, anime's just so exclusive, you know? They don't have any black characters. And then everyone pops up, dumb bitch, what about Casca? And the Utena girl? And one other girl? And it's like, there's plenty of black anime characters. And now you can say, actually, she's Indian. Classic. Crazy.
white chick. Massive controversy indeed. There's a sizable portion
Wait,
of
there
the
was a joke
berserk
before that I thought
of
was funny.
dark-skinned anime women in the 90s. And so I wonder what might happen when Berserk 2016 decided to just
I
race
forgot.
swap her to just like another white chick. Massive
Now, why is Sichlitt saying Vinland like that has anything to do with anything I could have possibly just said?
controversy indeed. There's a sizable portion of the Berserk community that believes
Did
that
I say Vinland instead of Midland?
Charlotte was actually raped by Griffith that night when he crawled into her chambers. But that's actually really not true. It's
He
highly
said the
likely
thing,
that
Jack.
everyone giving that argument has never ever actually had sex, because there is
True, epic Kyle Entertainment Mikasa moment.
actually such a thing as
Everything's a reference to me.
non-verbal consent, and Charlotte showed lots of it. She lifted her head back to let Griffith kiss her
True.
neck and touch her body. She was very, very
But Sichlitt, she was like 16 or something. Though Sichlitt likes to say Griffith was
very
probably
into it.
16 too,
Miura
so.
himself, upon seeing that people were misconstruing the scene and that maybe he'd been a little bit too
Thoroughly
ambiguous
intent,
with
you
it,
love it.
he went out of his way to involve himself in the production of the second movie to change that scene. So now, Charlotte literally grabs Griffith's hand and shoves it into her breast. So there is absolutely zero
Charlotte
ambiguity about her enthusiastic consent. Billie Eilish is on this list because of something I
Hold
found
on.
recently that took me by surprise.
Did she wear a Berserk shirt or something? Oh, for a second there I was like, because she also wore that Sam Hyde shirt. But that wasn't her, that was Doja Cat. So is Billie Eilish famous for wearing stupid niche little shirts? I can't remember. We love Billie Eilish here. I've missed the Sichlitt catchphrase so much. True, you gotta watch the shorts.
You wouldn't usually take her for a Berserk fan, but she's actually been captured on several occasions
Also, epic Eilish joke.
wearing Berserk drip clothing. Even in one instance, wearing a Griffith from the movies shirt. A potential secret Griffith fan? A covert
Billie Eilish obviously loves the great Kyle Entertainment channel, and therefore loves the great Sichlitt channel.
Sichlitt
Miller the Killer, that's Billie Eilish.
dog whistle? We'll never know. A lot of people hate Griffith, mainly because of how he raped his best friend's girlfriend in front of him, but not a lot of people realize that he actually didn't. That was femto. You see, human Griffith would never have raped Casca. This is because the transformation artificially stripped him of his ability to feel love and empathy and compassion. In the words of the idea of evil, his heart was frozen. So all of that anger that had previously been held back by his love for Guts all of a sudden came crashing forward in this chaotic, rapey scene from hell. Human Griffith did nothing wrong. And speaking of the idea of evil, there's what's known in the Berserk community as the Lost Chapter.
Show my thumbnail, pussy!
To Chapter 83, which prematurely revealed
God, some of these pages are so fucking low quality.
God of Berserk's world in an audience with Griffith. Miura believed that he had revealed this too early, and so he had it removed from canon. And to this day, you can only...
Obviously, this doesn't matter for the Sichlitt video because this is a bit. How confident are we that that actually is the reason? Has Miura ever said that? Maybe now I do remember him saying, like, there being an of him saying that. Because that could just be something we just repeat over and over.
Only find it through really old scanlation.
I wouldn't be surprised if that chapter's fake somehow or something funny.
Of the original 90s release in the magazine. And this has left it in a really weird limbo
Epic, that's what I usually say. Who knows if I'm right?
state where no one can really agree whether it's canon or not, because the idea of evil actually first shows up on the very last panel of chapter 82, and nothing in the story since has contradicted it. On the contrary, there seem to be little nods and foreshadowing towards the idea of evil to this very day. And if anyone
also,
ever
they really didn't say anything.
Tries to tell you the Griffith's heart wasn't actually frozen because the idea of evil isn't canon, just tell them that that part of the conversation
He didn't because of thematic reasons, though.
Happened in chapter 82, which was released in the volumes adapted into the 1997 anime and the Berserk movies.
Oh, I love Demon Slayer. My favorite Berserk ripoff. He's drinking
Studio Eclipse. Oh boy, have you ever seen a bigger swindling of an entire community into thinking that this is actually going to be a thing? They've essentially promised a full-color
True.
adaptation of Berserk, and they've released these trailers full of fluid, gorgeous Sakuga, and they've somehow convinced the entire fan base that
I
we're
love
finally going to get
Sakuga.
a true adaptation, and this is what it's going to look like. And I'm just like, you do realize these are pre-animated trailers, right? And they probably took months to do. They have claimed that the Black Swordsman arc, which is what they're adapting, is going to be coming out in 2025 the summer. But I guarantee you that only the first episode is going to come out then, with the second episode coming out
overzealous.
like a year later. They're
That
animating
ain't
this
coming
like
out.
alternative ending of
Not a
Attack on
single episode, chat. I'll bet you 30 cents.
Titan at the exact same time. And like, no offense, but like, it's all really ugly. It has that sickly clean digital shine, while simultaneously
True,
not
modern anime sucks. We hate Vinland Saga's
having
anime.
that polish that makes professional anime look any good. And so it all ends up looking like sort of dodgy anime fan art that's like there's just something off about it. And yes, they have some great looking sequences, but I guarantee you that they have used them all up for the trailer, and most of it's going to look like ass. They will have finished the Black Swordsman arc in 5 years. Do not get your hopes up, people. It's just not a reasonable
There's
alternative
no shot people who are not making any money, who are relying on passion that'll dwindle in 3 weeks, are going to get through the Black Sword.
to a real adaptation. I'm sorry, it's not. They're lying to you. People have always criticized
Oh my
Griffith
god,
for his
Guts
possessiveness
wanted
and
to be a slave. Epic. True, true. Griffith did nothing wrong. Slans lies. What did Slan say that might be a lie? They're formless. Oh my god, that's like my favorite line. Guts eavesdropped. True. Are we gonna make fun of him for how far away he was? Judo is evil. True. Epic Sichlitt video. Griffith is a socialist. True. Griffith legality. True.
entitlement, especially his sense of ownership towards his men and especially Guts. And people usually point towards the scene where Griffith says, "You are mine," as this kind of encapsulation
I'll
of
be your
all that is
little.
wrong with Griffith's character and his treatment of Guts. But a lot of people seem to miss that Griffith is literally just granting
Sichlitt,
the wishes
you
of
know, 2 times speed. We might get through the whole thing.
Guts himself. He wanted to be a slave. Guts actually suggested the duel and laid out the terms of service for his servitude to Griffith, and Griffith literally just agreed to it. Guts brought it up. Griffith initially was just really nice and kind and friendly towards Guts, and Guts responded in an incredibly homophobic manner, insinuating
Oh, that's what he said. Are you homo? Not, I'll be your little.
that Griffith wanted to own Guts as a sex slave. Guts wasn't at all interested in a reciprocal, respectful, equal relationship between two consenting men, and so all Griffith could do was play along. Griffith didn't really believe that Guts belonged to him, and we see that in the very final moments in the eclipse where he admits that to himself in his own head. And speaking of Guts, has anyone else noticed that he literally eavesdropped on his best friend without him knowing about it?
He
People are
did.
always having a massive go about how mean Griffith is, but then completely ignore Guts literally betraying his best friend's privacy. If Guts hadn't been so narcissistic and entitled here, then he wouldn't have heard Griffith lying to woo the princess, and Casca wouldn't have been
Lying.
raped. I feel like I look like Jim Halpert in The Office getting interviewed. This channel is a
I love epic YouTuber cut-ins. Hilarious.
Jim Halpert Stan channel. Next up, we have Slan's lies, and it's important that everyone in the community know about this one. A lot of people like to claim
Wait,
that Griffith's
what was
important
it?
that everyone in the community know about this one. A lot of people like to claim that Griffith selfishly sacrificed all of his soldiers for his own selfish ambition and kingdom and glory. But that's actually really not true, because Slan actually
He doubled
lies to
up.
Griffith that the Hawks would consent and agree to be sacrificed as martyrs for martyrdom, and to ensure that their efforts up until this point had not been for naught. She tricked Griffith into believing that that's what the Hawks wanted,
Is
because
Ubik's lies going to be further down? Or is
she
it just
knew
Slan?
that Griffith would never want to willingly betray their wishes. And for those of you saying that she only said that they should forgive him, that's actually a bad translation, because in Japanese it's actually impossible to say that something will definitely happen or someone definitely feels this way. That's just not how it works. You can't say that in Japanese, because from a Japanese perspective, how could you ever say with 100% certainty what's in someone else's mind? So if I said, oh, Michael feels sad, I can't say that in Japanese. I have to say, I bet Michael's sad, at the very most. And we kind of understand that that basically means yes. It essentially means bound to in this context. And I speak Japanese. Nani kore? Griffiths no hoga gatsu yori ii desu yo. So once again, Griffith did nothing wrong and he was manipulated. Judo is everybody's nice guy character. He's a good little boy, right?
True.
Wrong.
We hate incels. Imagine being so shit at writing manga that you accidentally reveal a huge plot point too early. Is this a lost chapter meme?
Despite his witty charm and his gestures of love and affection and caring towards Casca, his endearing silent love that he can never speak of, beneath that lies an incredibly selfish, evil murderer. If you take a moment to step outside of the narrative framing, this is a guy who lived an incredibly comfortable life as a circus performer, and despite that, he decided to join a bunch of mercenaries and
He
go
also
around killing a
doomed
bunch
his
of
fellow circus performers to death. Remember, Puck says they all died. If the great Judo had still been there to defend them, maybe they would still be alive.
innocent soldiers who were forced onto the battlefield by feudal law. And why, you ask?
True.
So that he could feel second best to Griffith. He enjoys killing and wants to brag about it. Do not fall for his sickly smile. Griffith is legally innocent. It's
Not
true.
even a good
If you
smile.
tried to sentence Griffith in a court of law, you wouldn't get very far. At least not if I had anything to do with it. Why? Because accountability requires what is known as a mens rea, which essentially boils down
Oh
to
my
having willful
god,
evil
epic Destiny talking
intent
points.
and being able to discern the consequences of your evil actions. You cannot have a mens rea if you lack the capacity to give informed consent. And for Griffith, he could not give that to the God Hand's contract. Griffith was in a mentally ill, hallucinogenic, suicidal state and had been suffering from blood loss. He could not discern reality
True.
from illusion, and for that reason, you cannot
His arm fell off.
condemn him for anything he did while under the influence. If I drugged you with an aggression drug, like in The Boys, and then you went on to murder a bunch of innocent
Epic
people,
Boys
would you
reference.
like it if everyone then started saying that you're evil and you're at fault and you're an unforgivable monster? No, that's fucking ridiculous. If you actually look at the details of Griffith's dream and what he wanted to achieve, you'll realize that it wasn't selfish at all. Having been brought up as a dirt-poor street rat in the slums beneath Wyndham Castle, Griffith understood what it was like to have
Play a
no
funny socialist
opportunity
song,
in
Sichlitt,
life
come
and
on.
sought to establish a new kingdom of meritocracy for himself and his men. A new kind of society based on talent rather than your aristocratic family crest and your position on a social hierarchy. Griffith knew that all of his men's dreams rested on his shoulders, and he knew that he had to keep pushing on and achieve his dreams to make sure that their dreams came into fruition. Griffith was a socialist. He wanted to throw a wrench at the system, to reform it from within. The idea that he's just this selfish, evil hog is just gut stand propaganda and completely ignores the text. Now, you've already heard my opinion on Pippin as a character, but I think the problem goes a little
oh my
bit
god,
deeper
we
than
stopped,
that.
we
The
stopped. I
framing
was
of
typing
Berserk's
on my phone. I promise I was listening. I promise. Super Eye Patch Wolf, we love Super Eye Patch Wolf here, especially his great Berserk content. I was wondering if the exact opposite of shit Alexander would be on this list, and there he is. r/Berserk mods, we don't like them. Jill is dead. This was the thumbnail bait. I don't know what this is. Did she die when Rosine did something? Guts became Griffith. True, he's now an epic leader and he's turning white. Great Kyle Entertainment talking point. The Falcon of Light and stuff. Epic.
narrative from Guts' perspective means that you end up spending very little time thinking about what the
Pippin
characters
is
have
evil.
actually done with their
Smud
lives.
boy.
Pippin
That's the guy Griffith debated.
was originally part of a miners' guild,
Oh,
which was
Freudian slip. I mean,
one of the highest paid jobs in the Middle Ages. It was unionized with a hell of a lot of bargaining power, and they had freedom of movement and ability to
was
live in their own little
unionized.
commune together. It was basically like an idyllic life. And yet Pippin, just like Dudo, heard the call of glory and thought, you know what? This isn't good enough for me. I'm going to go join a bunch of thugs and go around murdering a bunch of women and children. Now, Smudboy is a content creator on YouTube who seems to have copied Mahler's content style, reacting to other videos on the platform and then acting extremely bigoted towards them for about 3
Pigeon meme, by the way. Didn't like it the first time. Now it's become one of the best bits.
hours and making terrible points. He
Now, I
attacks
like the pigeon, but I didn't like putting the face on the pigeon the first time. I don't remember what it was, but now it's good.
one of my videos on Griffith did nothing wrong, and then we ended up having a 3-hour-long full debate where I ended up destroying all of his arguments,
Destroyed
and he
him?
ended up looking horrendously
did?
dumb for it. He unironically argued that it was impossible to feel empathy for strangers, and therefore Griffith could not have felt bad about all the men that died for him. Watch it.
True.
It's really good if you're into debates. Super Eye Patch Wolf is a really popular YouTuber who's done a lot of good work in
Oh,
popularizing
remember when I said
Berserk to the
old
norm.
Sichlitt should have showed the argument he had later? Oh my god, his head's so big. This is great. He's going to show it now.
And he seemed like a really nice Scotch guy. So imagine my surprise when I go onto his Discord server to talk with him about Griffith, and he acts with such a passive-aggressive, toxic demeanor that I'm just like, you are not the person that your online persona suggests. And it's kind of ironic
True.
considering the videos you've made on that very subject. Basically, I beat him in the argument, and then he tried to explain to me that I'm wrong, because
just
if
got a
Griffith
battery
wasn't
warning.
actually evil like I was saying, then Berserk would be badly
Or
written.
did Sichlitt just dim his screen to prank us? Did he know we would be reacting on stream and he just did that just now? That would be truly epic.
And I had to explain to him that narrative intent doesn't mean anything when the narrative execution ends up having Griffith emerge as not a bad guy. Why am I obligated to accept a story's moral framing as if it's true? Say if I were to write a book and I tried to frame
When it's really not true.
one of the characters as being super evil because they were gay, you don't have to accept that framing and then hate them for being gay. And I don't expect that you would do that unless you're a Guts stan. And in response to this, I guess he felt really personally attacked and shown up to be dumb in front of his audience because he started getting really passive aggressive.
Wait, we're still live, right? Okay, we're still live.
And just started abusing me. I can't actually show you all of the messages because he deleted them trying to cover his tracks, but just know that that sweet smile and British charm isn't all that it seems to be. Guts
He called him British. I think that's bad.
actually became Griffith metaphorically in the Black Swordsman arc. People always criticize
Not the Black Swordsman arc.
Griffith for his
The new arc.
emotional repression
And why
the
Sichlitt smiling? What's so funny?
persona of apathy and control that he always projected. But people forget that Guts did the exact same thing in the BA arc in response to the trauma he got from the eclipse. He lies about wanting to squish weaklings like bugs, he claws at his own arms to repress himself, and he runs away from his feelings.
He does the clawing thing.
Neglect towards Casca. This is all a very Guts way of doing what Griffith did throughout the Golden Age arc. And you might say that Guts actually got past that eventually, but so did Griffith. He was developing massively throughout the Golden Age arc, opening up to show his soft side and his vulnerabilities to Guts. He had one bad day, and his life was fucked up forever. Guts, on the other hand, was able to
one bad day away.
Around for 2.5 years, leaving Casca to fend for himself, and he didn't suffer any consequences for it. The lucky bugger. Now, Alexander is kind of a sad one, and I still fear.
The lucky. Look at this fella. The lucky bugger. Also, just misgendered Casca. Couldn't be me.
Really kind of bad about it. He has the most popular videos about Griffith on YouTube, and so.
No! How many views does Alexander's Griffith video have? And when are we going to surpass him? What is this? Is this that Kurapika video that I didn't click on the other day? Oh, we did watch that video, I think. This is not how you spell it, but it's how it's in my search history. Look at shitty Xenoblade, the little profile picture. Harry Potter, we love her. 2.4. We're never gonna catch him, chat. It's over. Got more than Leorio's pussy ass, dumbass Leorio, worst character in Black Lagoon, my favorite show.
I tried to debate him about it on his Discord server, but he was having none of it, and he banned me. Now, this was around the time when
was I watching this in full screen mode? Is that what we've been doing?
I tried to debate him about it on his Discord server, but he was having none of it, and he banned me. Now, this was around the time when I first created my Discord server, Sichlitt Stands, go join it right now, and I wasn't really aware of the etiquette or dangers of running such a huge community server. And so when I complained about the situation to them, a lot of my fans took it upon themselves to go over to Alexander's server.
Carl, you don't have time. I got as much time as I want, pussy.
And raid it, which I didn't want, and this especially controversial communist fan, who I'm not going to name, got very aggressive and confrontational towards him, and I think he ended up having, like, this massive...
Was this Sponzorko or the... Is Sponzorko always the Sichlitt fan that's in chat? I think so, right? I bet it was him.
Mental breakdown. Now, later on, I did message him over X, and we did come to a mutual understanding. I really do hope that that bridge hasn't been burned forever. I have since learned some responsibility in the management of my community, and, you know, the fact that I am such a big YouTuber, I do have to act responsibly on the internet sometimes.
We've all got to learn when we're such big YouTubers.
Otherwise, people's mental health can be at stake. I'm really sorry, Alexander. I'm sorry. Now, this one's fucking crazy. So, I was just minding my own business reading the conviction arc when all of a sudden a soldier picks up a refugee from the river who is dying of the plague, turns them around, and oh my fucking god, it's Jill. It's Jill from Berserk. Jill is dying of the plague. Jill died. Jill died of plague. It has to be, right? They have the same facial structure, the same eyes, the same nose, the same mouth, the same facial, the same hair, everything.
I don't remember pulling a refugee from the river at all.
And I hear a lot of people coping by saying that the hair color is completely different, but that's the way that Mura draws wet hair. She's in the river. People also say that it ruins the thematic poignancy of the Lost Children arc. But what could be more berserk than by having such a hopeful
True!
message be so savagely undercut?
God, I love it when you get them, chat. I love it when you get them with their
the
own
harsh
facts and logic.
Realities of death. And in such an understated and unimportant manner. Because Jill doesn't really matter. Not in the grand scheme of things.
That's why she didn't come back in Falconia, because she's fucking dead!
Hear about Berserk mods, but I think I've complained about them enough so far in this video. I don't want to beat another dead horse.
Horse.
I need you every single day and I want you.
If you weren't already convinced that the Band of the Hawk are evil people who deserve what was coming to them in the eclipse,
Except Griffith, because he had big plans. Guts raped a toddler. This is gonna be fun. Ubermenge, I don't know about this. Charlotte raped Griffith, true.
check out this panel from chapter 78. I have never seen anyone point this out, so I must be the first person to realize it. But the Godhand are showing Griffith past scenes of the Band of the Hawk.
They killed a little kid.
Murdering, burning alive innocent women and children during their plundering. It really puts into perspective how narrative framing influences our perspective on these evil men who are actually getting their just desserts. There's this Nietzschean ideal of the Ubermensch, or Superman, that's a massive theme in Berserk, and a lot of people like to think that Guts fits it best. By these edgelords,
everybody knows what an Ubermensch is.
His own interpretation, it should be Griffith.
Griffith was material and necessitated to kill women and children. This is true.
100%. Who else rejects the common morality of society at large, grabs life by the balls through the will to power, and doing whatever the hell they want to do, harnessing master morality to take control of their own destiny, forging their own path while squishing the bugs at their feet. Guts was too much of a pussy to do that. Surely Griffith is the true Nietzschean ideal of Berserk. I'm sure Miura would attest to that. Now, I wouldn't feel right telling y'all about this one without first shouting out fellow YouTuber Kyle Entertainment. He was actually the first one who pointed this out to me, and it just...
Did he rape a toddler? Was I the one that discovered this? This is crazy.
Shows how good he is at analyzing anime manga and media more broadly. Go check out his channel. He has some really good videos on Attack on Titan and Berserk. Now, he pointed out to me, and this is genius.
Right, because Elite rewatched the first bit of the first Sichlitt video on stream the other day, and one of the videos Sichlitt shouts out is the Levi video, which I always thought was funny. I can't remember what the other one was. And then he shit on me for liking Syrup Village, when this motherfucker ain't read no One Piece.
Yes, that Charlotte actually raped Griffith. And it's so
okay, I thought it was the toddler one. But hold on, I don't remember saying this, but I believe it.
Obvious that I'm a little concerned that I didn't realize it beforehand.
When did I realize this? This would have been an epic moment.
Griffith was in a severely mentally compromised state of mind, and he was literally
True, I did say this, because he's sad, and he's on the tree, and she invites him in.
Associating as he acted out
fucking harlot
movements of sex. He clearly wasn't okay. Just look at his blank expression and dilated eyes. Charlotte surely saw this, and yet she still advanced anyway, because she was so desperate to get into Griffith's pants. It's a credit to Miura that he's able to write such nuanced characters within the story. I mean, is there
Miller the Killer banned somebody. Oh, I can see the deleted messages. Oh, it was just a best viewers thing. I thought they might have said something funny. Kyle, he's read and Marineford, bigger fan than you? No, he hasn't.
Any character in Berserk that isn't evil besides Griffith? I really didn't want to have to tell you all this, but Casca actually enjoyed it. It's been confirmed. Or at least in the author's own opinion, that is. You see, it was revealed last December that in a little-known Berserk guidebook released exclusively in Japan called the Berserk Monster Manual, there was an interview back in 2003 of Miura explaining that...
What context did I come up with the Griffith thing?
Casca actually enjoyed it, and not just physically, but emotionally, because it was Griffith who was doing it to her, and that her mind broke out of embarrassment that she was enjoying it so much in front of her boyfriend Guts. Now, I posted this information onto r/Berserk, and
this is always been partially my interpretation of the scene. Because that's why, like, the saddest part of it is her telling us not to watch. Because it's like, oh, she's, like, thinking of him, and in this interpretation, like, mocking him, even in that moment.
The mods quickly had to engage in damage control. They ended up shooting the messenger.
Because it isn't just the rape scene. It is the very sexualized rape scene. Then it is the coming, and then it is, like, the blushing, and the kissing. Though the kissing doesn't seem too reciprocal. And all that.
Banning me
from so much going on.
Posting the words of the author, all for making him look bad for himself writing a scene where the victim of a rape was actually super into it. But that's the moral caliber of the guys who run r/Berserk, and it's why you should join my new subreddit, Berserk Uncensored. It's out now. I just made it. It's not a porn sub. It's a free speech zone for Berserk fans of all shapes and sizes. And finally, we have
You were trying to come up with a funnier short. Okay.
The last one, and this might blow up the community. People like to believe that Guts is a good person, but that's actually really not true. You see, minors can't consent to sex because they're emotionally and physiologically underdeveloped, meaning that they lack the capacity to fully understand what sex is and its emotional consequences. What makes child molestation so abhorrent is the betrayal of trust.
Is it the demon? Because who else does Guts even have a sexual scene? If it was Donovan, it'd be crazy. Guts raped Donovan. This is a turn of events. Now, So it has to be Casca? Oh, it's the Casca
between a
scene.
vulnerable child and an adult
Don't
who
worry,
has
I
the
figured it
responsibility
out.
of protecting them. This is where I get to Guts as a
True, we're hitting him with the facts and logic about why pedophilia is bad.
character. After Guts' actions led to Casca mentally regressing to the equivalence of a toddler, Guts took the responsibility of protecting her in this
Guts'
childlike
actions,
mental
epic.
state so that no harm would come to
No, it is the last.
her. Then, in volume
Battery
23,
warning.
he
We'll
goes
make
so
it, chat,
far
we'll
as to
make it.
sexually assault Casca while wanting to rip her to shreds, taking advantage of her physical and emotional vulnerability. In this sense, Guts committed the moral equivalent of child molestation, because any reason that you
True.
could give for a toddler being unable to consent to sex is equally applicable to Casca in that state of mind. Guts is
You raped
just
a
as
retarded
bad as a
girl.
child molester, and that
Couldn't
take
be
got me
me.
banned from our real-life Ryan's Discord server. Apparently, so many people were distraught with me revealing this that they all collectively left the server,
Our
and
real life Ryan's Discord
Ryan
server.
had to do the noble duty of banning me to protect the reputation of a literal child molester. You know, I think I might be the only Berserk YouTuber with any moral integrity left.
Great ending. We can't permeate, we can't marinate on the great thingy. Go check out the subreddit. Maybe we'll do that next stream. No, you don't want me to just do it off stream now. But we've only got 6% left. We gotta kiss and get the fuck out of here. Plus I gotta click stop recording so I can upload my great reaction to the secondary ENT channel. Probably not doing that. The subreddit, Sichlitt. Yes, the subreddit. Or is it gonna have a final little bit? We don't have time. I'm gonna check it out afterwards, maybe. Now, hopefully RE streams in a bit. Well, he said he's not streaming tonight. He said that yesterday on his Wheelspin stream where you won and didn't even attend, you fucking idiot. So he'll stream tomorrow, maybe. But we will be doing a much less good reaction. My reaction was much better. But we'll see everybody there on the great Elite RE stream. What a great ending.